Here we are. We have another community stream with the Fight Night. And I'm just adjusting my levels because I just went into the red. Hopefully folks' ears didn't shatter. So let's kick things off. Before I go into the battle news, I shall address one question that came into the chat already before we started from Omar asking, what exactly is this Fight Night? Fight Night basically is a chance for you to fight an army that I have created. So basically, with the sign-up form, you sign up, you give me your battle tag, or battle tag, your player tag, and with that, I will be able to enter you into a system which will then fight everybody who signed up against the army that I have created. And we can go ahead and... well, we'll leave that off for the time being. So anyway, that is the idea of what the Fight Night is. Also in the streams, we start off with battle news, and at some point we will be having other content. Hopefully next time we will also have a tour of the office and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we'll shoot off straight into the battle news, which I'm sure you all are aware that it is a new era next week. So not only is this season changing, the whole era is changing. And I just noticed that we also we'll have first quiz. First quiz at 50 likes. We'll go for the usual 50 likes. And so anyway, Omar, if you haven't signed up yet, the link is in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Go ahead, sign up, enter in your battle player tag with the @ sign. So the sign that you put in between in email addresses, for instance, the @ sign. Make sure you have that at the beginning and you'll be able to get in. The sign up will be closing once the battle news is over. So another few minutes to go with that. So without further ado, we have the battle news. And of course it is the Festival of Ales is the next era. So get ready for that next week, Monday. The new season pass reward at the end, the final reward, is a battlefield. It is a unique one that has not been seen by anybody yet. So this has not been around in any form. Brand new. Heading on straight into the Power Stones. Offensive Power Stones, the normal bunch: damage, critical strike, leech, and bleed, but also berserk. Heading off straight from the first season, which is a nice change. Defensive Power Stones, protection, cover, resist conditions, and stone skin. And we did do a change now. Last Festival of Ales, we had the special Power Stones for the season where you can change the faction of the units. We had those come out once per season. Now we've gone for a change here. We're going to release 2 immediately season 1, and then 2 on season 3. So that means you'll be able to play around with 2 faction changing Power Stones to begin with at the very first season, and then the rest in season 3, which means you can play with all 4 for at least 2 seasons. So the third and fourth ones you'll be able to get them. At least be able to play around, because it was a bit, I don't know, I found it I think the construction last time this era was around the Power Stone to convert units into the construct faction that came in for season 4, and then you only had the 2 weeks to play with it. So like this, we get some more time, which is cool. Necrin, hi, how you doing? Just checking the chat, make sure that there's nothing big. Necrin, 2 Power Stones at season 1, and yep, you got it. We thought that would be a nice change. Moving along, movement Power Stones, speed, charge, dash, slow, and revitalize. And final ones, range Power Stones, aim, blast, accuracy, and reload. Reload is back, which is great, and it's from the very first season. And the ability Power Stones, enhance and supercharge. Pretty much the basic normal ones there. Balance changes, we have a few. Plague throwers, the plague bombs, so the projectiles, the stun chance that they have will increase from 30% to 50%. So that's basically when he throws a projectile, when it lands near units, then it has a certain percentage chance of actually stunning as well. And so that's getting a slight increase. Not much, but a little bit. And the radius of the explosion is also increasing from 2 to 3. Then the Endless March. I was hinting at this last time. The Endless March is getting a little bit of a nerf. Basically, 1, the faction will be changed from order to chaos. Why? Well, basically, the unit was getting much too much power from the Crown of the Lightbringer, I believe it was. And then the base health will be decreased from 2,000 to 1,500. Not that big of a difference there, but still a little decrease. Necrin, yes, seeming to react nicely to it being changed to chaos. I believe this was also suggested at some point in the Discord suggestions channel as well, that it would be a good match for the chaos faction. So I believe it will be good there. And some more balance changes. Necro Dragon, Plague Bluff. The Plague Buff multiplier increased from 5 to 7.5, so we're going to get a little bit more oomph to it. So, folks who might have already taken a sneak peek at what the army is going to be today, playing around with the Necro Dragon, it is actually kind of what we did have at one point, but this one's been beefed up a lot more, the whole army. So anyway. And the artifact, Crown of Lightbringer, main effect now will only cleanse Mind Control and Plague instead of all conditions. So a little bit of a nerf to the Crown of the Lightbringer. Other changes, of course, as mentioned, I think last time, Dead of Winter versus Elven Solistus wardrobe will be replaced with the Merfolk versus Mechanicals wardrobe. So the Merfolk are coming back. And we have a new unit. Actually, it's not a very new unit. It is an old unit, and it's making a return. It is one of the only, I think it is the only unit that we have actually at one point pulled out of the game. It has been modified. It has been changed. The Bard now is a dual faction unit, Order and Nature, and it helps out Order and Nature units. How does it help them out? Well, it gives them resistance to range damage and resistance to slowing effects, which is pretty cool. Necrin, yes, the crown will no longer work on freeze. So that is the new unit coming about. Actually, I can show this off if you want. Necrin going nuts again. Bard is back, but with a little twist. It's not the same as it used to be. The Bard was way too overpowering before, and basically it was you needed to have the unit or you would not be able to advance in the game. Anyway, I can show off the Bard actually, and we shall do that now instead of at the end of the stream. How do we get rid of this? There we go. Let's hop into our version of the game that we can have a sneak peek at the upcoming era. You see the Festival of Veils? Excellent stuff. Woohoo! Necrin. Oh, yeah, okay. So anyway, don't know why I collected those. Anyway, it's good to collect them. What we have here, we have a pretty nice setup. Just a single crystal spire with the roots. So basically we have the slowing effect here with the roots, and we have the kind of ranged effect with the spire. And what do we have? We have a group of shield bearers at level 50. And so if we have a look at, I hope things friendly. Yeah, it does. We have a look here, and as we can see, the roots are there slowing down, and the crystal spire is making short work out of the shield bearers. And they didn't survive. Oh dear. Right, so what can we do to change it? We can put in a bard. Now, this is just an example. The Bard seems to be a super high level. We can try it with a lower level, see if there's much effect there. But now we have the Bard along with them. And let's do the same battle again. And do we see any difference? I believe we do. Massive difference. Okay, that was a very high level Bard. I know some of you are going to say that, well, you can't have it that high because we won't have it that high to begin with. Actually, with the unit boosting, you probably will have it at quite high levels if your other units are quite high. But here, okay, we'll do a level 1, which is now being boosted to level 26, so significantly lower level than we just had. Let's do the same battle again and see if there's any difference. I do think there is a difference. Victory! So, as you can see, low-level Bard is handy. It will still help. Some of you will be asking, well, how exactly does the Bard work? Well, what we have here, multi-faction unit that makes friendly order and nature units resistance to range damage and slowing effects. Well, by how much? Well, by the percentage you see there. Now, this is basically how it works, is this is just straight taking away percentages, so I think it might be easier if we had this bard. So this bard, his power is 47%, so we can round it off, say it's 50%. And then we have a look at what the roots were. And the roots are slowing by 61%. So if we had a bard that has 50% power, what it will do is it will mean that your units will only be slowed by 11%. So you take away the 50 from the 61, you're left with 11% slow. That is how it works. So there. And some of you might ask at one point, well, does it work against mind control? No, it doesn't. It's not slowing down mind control. Anyway, that was an interesting look at that. And we shall open up the game. You will be able to see the army we're facing. First thing I'm going to do is the sign up is now closed. Sign up just closed, so if you didn't make it, too bad. Hopefully next time. Just go see if there were any more. There were quite a few more signed up during the battle news and the showcasing of the bard. Just quickly add those in, and then I will walk you guys through army that you're facing today. And we'll get this spinning going. I think we have 200 and maybe 238. Depends on how many of you got the player tag right. If you got it wrong, then that means you're not going to be fighting. The @ sign, I've been adding those. That's easy to do. But if you typed it in wrong, then there's nothing I can do. So let's open up the Fight Night system. Then we have Crucible's minions. I think we'll go for the typical rewards today with the win for 500 gems. Draw is at 250. And the new loss or no fight in 125. So always having halves all the time. So starting with 500, a draw is half of that, 250, and a loss is half of that, 125. Add participants. Oh, one bounced, so one was wrong. That is sad. So we have a total of 236 contestants. I shall shuffle once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So it's really shuffled now. And then we can, well, save that, so we don't lose it. No, I'll hit it. I'll stick it on live. Okay, it's on live. It's ready for us to start. So what do we have today? We have, this is a slight alteration to what we had, I think, a few streams ago. Basically, the Plague Bearers are pretty much the same, but beefed up a lot more. I think we did this in season 1. I think. So what do we have on the Plague Bearers? We have double protection, and then we have charge 4 on all the ones on the front, the 4 on the front, and then the rest, the ones at the back, otherwise the same, but instead of charge, they have damage, because I don't want them to go too quick. They're there for a little bit of rear protection as well. Adric Cruz, I think Lady Nature has it right. I do believe it is 120. We'll get you the 4th Plague Bear. Then what do we have behind those? Well, we have 2 units creating skeletons. So we have the Death Knight with damage 4, protection 4, and slow. Those who don't know, slow is pretty much, you need to have it on the Death Knight. Otherwise, the Death Knight will charge on, head up, get into the very front of the army, and die. So it's good to slow the unit down. Quiz time! Okay, we shall do the first quiz. Gonna have to do the other quizzes on the fly because I ran out of time. There we go, there we go. There is the first quiz. And it should be... Yes, it's accepting responses. Yes, this one is pretty high level. I'm hoping it's going to create some mayhem, though this army is not any good against the really top players who have nothing but Endless March. This does not perform against them too well, but other armies, this should really produce some spectacular looking results. It's really fun when it works. We'll see when it does that. When it does work, I'll point it out if you don't notice. So then we have the Necromancer. He's got charge as well. And then he's got, can't remember. Yeah, cover. So pretty much the same as protection, but for ranged. So it's got protection from ranged and melee. And then at the back behind the Necro Dragon, we have Plague Throwers, protection again, both ranged and melee. And then I put in, yeah, accuracy 2. So those projectiles will fly just a little bit faster. Then we have the Necro Dragon with, again, ranged and melee protection. But also, I decided to go for haste. And what haste does is it increases the attack speed, but it deals less damage. And the Necro Dragon isn't about damage. Necro Dragon is about... doing the buffs and debuffs to the plague. So that's it. That's the army. Quite powerful, but I'm hoping for some spectacular results. I did test this, and it was performing semi-well, at least to the range of rating that I have up there now. Red Viking, no problem. Good to see you there. Yeah, co-op beast with resistance will destroy this army. There are quite a few options that will destroy it, but when this works so well that it is extremely enjoyable to watch. So we shall head it off. Yeah, collected those. They were good. I think first we check who we've got first, and so we can always be sure that the system is working. Michael Myers will be heading off. And he is. Excuse me. I don't know why my microphone is in the wrong position today. I think somebody's been borrowing the computer here and other stuff. Well, look at that. How many skeletons do we have? I kind of missed that. Basically, what's fun about this army is when the plague condition gets spread onto a massive units, and the Necro Dragon is able to pop them all into skeletons, it can create the most massive waves of skeletons. It's just so cool to watch. I don't think we have time for an ad. I'll do a new release of what? We're releasing a new unit. New unit's coming in, the Bard. Well, it's not new, but the unit itself, what it looks like, is new. Well, not new, but the working is new. Somebody was mentioning there that the Endless March is going to become weak. I don't think so. I think it's super overpowering at the moment. To be honest, the nerf is needed. Oh, there we go. We have a Endless March army. Redega, position 5. I do believe I lose now. Was it level 140 you get the 4th plague thrower? I thought it was 120, but yeah, it could be 140. There we go. And look, the Endless March here have nearly full health. Will the Bard work against Celestial Spear? Oh, I believe it will. No, it's only giving resistance, so it'll just decrease the damage slightly, but I do believe it will. But it's not something I've asked, but yeah. We can find out. Knock knock. I'll let you fight if the RNG permits it. I have shuffled the list now numerous times, even though one shuffle should pretty much shuffle it completely. There was one stream where I forgot to shuffle, so making up for that by doing multiple shuffles now. So, Nicholas. Mind control. Corner build with mind control. Seems quite effective against my lot. Yeah, seems as though I have a win rate of 50 at the moment, so even though it looks super overpowering, it's not really. Now oh no, yeah. I was thinking this would have been really good. I would have won this, but Zov Predkov has the Bulwark of the Dragon Slayer at tier 4, which is super effective against the Plague. In conjunction with the Crown, that means I am not going to be plaguing these units for very long or long enough for the Necro Dragon to be very effective. And as we can see here, I am going to lose. T3 1M, anything planned against slow time warp crows that always lead to draws? Was that like all in one? So crows that have time warp that are also slow? Or just slow in general and time warp crows? If slow in general, then yes, we have the Bard coming, which is going to be a good help against slowing effects. Hey, Annie Viper, good to see you here. Sir Robertovsky, position 199. It looks as though I might be taking the win here. Not too many skeletons spawned from this not too many skeletons spawned in that one. Immortalis, hello. Simon GG. Wave you too. Heavy style. Position 103. We have some high ranked players today. But no Endless March, so I do have it. Oh, but no, there's the Bulwark again. This looks like exactly the same layout though as who was it? Who was it that was it the Bobrovsky or something? What was it Zov Predkov, I think. The layout looked exactly the same as Zov Predkov's. Or who knows, it might be Heavy Styles. Or it's somebody completely different who came up with it first. I don't know. Who's coming up next? Ardamir. At 1 with the rating of 159. That was a good try. That was a very good try. Well worth the 125 gems. Nubosaurus Rex. Ah, it's a Titan build with probably cloned Paladins and cloned Phoenix. Doing quite well. Doing very well. Doing very well. And sticker. And sticker. I think this is the first ethereal army we've had today. It's a pity the dragon went off that way. If he would have gone off to the left, he would have gotten that big bunch of plagued units, and that would be so cool to see, but they're dying before the gets there. It's just really cool if you have a real big bunch of units that are plagued and the Necro Dragon gets to pop them all into skeletons. It's just so cool to see. Oh, Randu. Well, this is a new layout. I haven't seen this type before. Using some fortifications. Oh, I like how the Earth Wardens create just more fortification action in the middle. But actually, oh dear. Am I going to take Randu down? Oh, Randu. Oh. Victory. Who's up next? Anti-Viper! Anti-Viper with the Mind Shrooms and the Mind Corruptor, the Demon Flower. Oh dear. No, don't take my dragon down. Oh, my Death Knight's been Mind Corrupted. Ooh, just... This is looking good for me again. Depends on... There we go. That's it. Mind Corruptor down. Anti-Viper is going down. I wonder what my win rate is at the moment. Probably around 50. 56. Ah, look. Are we going to see some... Oh, look at all those skeletons just rolling out. Oh, look at how many units. Though, to be honest, if the opponent has the Devourer popping up, then those skeletons, they don't stand a chance. It's just knocking all those skeletons away. Excellent. Scarlet Letter. The Battle Drummer, in fact, does not give immunity. It gives resistance, and it works the same way as the Druid, which I just showed. The Battle Drummer, if you look at the stats on the in the unit description, the percentage that you see there is actually the percentage by which it will decrease the duration of stun. So if, for instance, you had stun, top of my head, I can't remember how long stun lasts. Was it 3 or 5 seconds? Basically, if, well, whatever it lasts, if your battle drummer has, say, a power of 50%, it will have the time that the unit is stunned. And also, it's the same for damage. So if it has 50% power, the battle drummer, then melee damage will be 50% less. And other things in the game, if somewhere there's something about resistance, then that means it doesn't mean immunity. So we have immunity, and then we have resistance. Immunity is basically just 100% resistance, and resistance is commonly like 99% and lower. Finito is in position 387 at the moment, and is going down. Ooh, I'm at a win rate of 60. Up a bit. Around, yeah, sorry. I'm very sorry. But it was a good battle. It looked nice. It was a nice, you know, straight up. Neither side was like overpowering. It was a nice traditional battle. Juice position number 1. We have the current leader of the whole ranking of the game. Took me down. No surprise there. Ooh, Frozzy that as Isaac. The Ethereal army. Going well. Anyway, what? Oh, I forgot. We need to change the text. Oops. What do we change it to? We change it to second quiz. Oops. Ooh, second quiz at. It's 100 likes, isn't it? Second quiz at 100 likes. I do believe I know what the second quiz will be. Do you think that... And I'm not going to say the rest. Multiple choice. Yeah. Oh, second quiz is now ready. If we get the likes, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit subscribe as well. Hit that bell. That's what they normally say, isn't it? I'll do it. I'm avoiding you. Ooh. I don't know. I have no idea where you are in the list. I have no idea. I do now, but I'm not telling. Though I would imagine, yes, we will fight Alduin today. We will meet on the battlefield. Yeah, I can drop the link for the first quiz again. Don't worry, don't worry. There we go. Link to the first quiz is there. And that will be open as long as the second quiz hasn't been opened. So once we launch the second quiz, the first quiz will close. Phoenix at number 192. Have a nice corner build here with 2 catapults. They actually look like actually 2 catapults, not just one cloned one. I have the plague spread into the dome, into the Barry Monk's barrier. They're all plagued in there. Come on, Necro Dragon. Ooh. A swarm of skeletons will take care of everybody. Knock, knock. Level 60 catapult. Yeah, that's not bad. Pro tip here. You can actually friendly fight Crucible's minions, and you can see if you can beat me or not. And you can also make slight alterations to try to find the winning setup. And if you do that and you spin, you lock that setup in before you fight here, you'll increase your chance of winning more. Victor, first quiz was, the first quiz, the link is just above your comment. Go ahead and tap it and you can answer the first quiz. Dr. Vive. Ooh, position 16. This will be an interesting one. Oh, tier 5 eye artifact. Oh, that is powerful. I do believe I am going down. Knock, knock. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see. I hope you do fight. I hope you do. And I'm not running. The list is set. It has been shuffled, so it's all up to the mythic RNG. Scarlet Letter. You know, I probably could, but if I start doing that, then the chat pretty much just stagnates into folks just asking, what position am I in? 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 And then it the whole stream just goes into searching and finding where folks are in the list. I'll do it. Sure thing. Oh, Paper Tiger, position 74. Not looking good for Paper Tiger. Congrats, Vincent. Congrats. Oh, wow. My win rate is 82%. I do have a very powerful army. Yeah. That's another victory. That's win rate's just going up. Well, of course, near the beginning of the stream was around 50 and 60, so it'll go up and it'll go down. Jingtian. And this is one position where it may go down. Because that Untamed Beast there is effective. It gets so much health boost when it kills a unit. Oh, look at the max health of the Untamed Beast as well, how that shot up. Oh! That was surprising. Look at that. Oh, are we going to be in for a draw? Oh, this might be a draw. Oh, victory. That came out. That came up just that last moment. I do believe we have a very effective army here now. Errors, yeah. It's good to be the other way sometimes. Usually I completely fail on making an effective army. It's actually very, very difficult to find the balance to get like an army that would perform 50%, because basically there's just such a wide range of contestants. So a lot of people not running Bulwark. There's been actually quite a few with the probably the same layout that Alduin has. So with just a bunch of RDs in the Bulwark. So they've been pretty good against this army, because the key is to avoid the plague. You need to avoid the plague like the plague. So anyway, how excited are folks for the Festival of Veils? It's going to be so cool, especially with now that you have more time to play with all of the faction changing power stones. That's going to be fun. Especially when that construct power stone comes round. I believe there will be quite a lot of Endless March acting as constructs in Season 3. Necrin, yes, avoid the plague. Use the Bulwark, for instance. That's one good way of avoiding the plague. Or the Crown of the Lightbringer. Ooh, defeat. I missed who that was. But now it's Pots or Pause, 96. Oh, position 4. Oh, running with the corner build with the Mind Corruptor. Also known as the Demon Flower. Pretty much by just me, but yeah, go figure. I don't know, I suppose it is actually a tree, but I think it looks like a flower. Exactly, Necrin. It is the plague era, so I was thinking of going out with a big plague bang. Orange Reefer. Rating of 4266. Looking pretty good, actually. This army does not work well against Endless March or Mind Controlling, it seems. Ooh, But Reno can take down, and it seems as though the other units could take down the Devourer. Reno is super effective against the Devourer. Even if it's plagued, Reno can take him down. No Bulwark in this army. I bet I'll beat this, but if they had the Bulwark, then they probably would have won. There's just too many units. I've just, look at the amount. Oh, look at all on the left. All those skeletons. That pretty much makes the soul pylon pretty much useless. Red Viking, the Power Stone faction change. The Festival of Veils. One of the key parts to the era is that there are the 4 Power Stones that can change the faction of a unit. And basically how it worked before, there was one faction Power Stone per season. And so basically the last season on season 4 you'd get the last one, but you only have 2 weeks to play with it. So what we're doing now is season 1, we're getting 2 of the faction Power Stones. And then in season 3, we're getting the other 2. So then you, at least for the 2 that we get in season 3, you'll have at least 2 seasons. So 4 weeks to play with those. So more time, more fun. And basically what type is it? It just changes the faction of the unit. So for instance, Endless March currently is Order. Next season it will be Chaos, but you can change it with the Power Stone in season 3. I think the Construct Power Stone is coming out. You'll be able to change the Endless March to Construct. And what does that mean? Well, it means it will run and work exactly as a Construct would. So artifacts and so on will work with it just like Constructs, which is cool. Look at how many units are on the field. All those battle wagons popping. How many units? This is what I was saying. This layout is so cool. Look at how many units are there. Oh. But again, the Devourer can take out those Plague Bearers and the Skeletons. Probably the Skeletons is a lot better than the Plague Bearers, but the Devourer is very effective against them. Oh, there's some pizza going about. I've got no pizza. Though any good pizza has pineapple on it. I was actually surprised the game, Bane was saying so many units that the game is lagging. I was surprised it was not lagging actually that much. It was going pretty smoothly. But that was one of the situations where using the Necro Dragon and Plague is just so cool to watch. Hey, Red Viking. Pineapple is just as good of a fruit on pizza as tomatoes. I prefer pineapple on pizza more than asparagus, which is apparently a thing. Or anchovies. Pizza TG, we totally need some tortoise turtle themed units. We actually do. There is a skin for the Barrier Monk, which is a turtle. The command table. Yeah, there have been plans about so basically the command table, they're asking about excess artifact shards. Once you max out an artifact, there has been plans about that. One option was that those wouldn't then be in the rewarding pool. The problem with that is, as you then get, for instance, one artifact into tier 5, then it just increases the amount of shards you get of all the other artifacts, and basically that just starts to accelerate the advancement of all the remaining artifacts, and that kind of starts to unbalance things. So that was decided was not a good option. And so it is something that we are looking into, but as said earlier, we actually have quite a few people on holiday already. Vacation started early, and throughout the summer. In Finland, you typically have, it kind of depends, but you can have 4 to 5 weeks of vacation. If you've already been working for any one company for more than a year, then you have at least 4 weeks of vacation. Paid vacation, which is nice. In some situations, you can have 5, and I think, believe it, even there are some situations where you can have 6. So that means basically that there are lots of folks who are on vacation over the summer, which kind of decreases the amount of potential development power we have. So basically the idea then is that during the summer we aren't really doing too many new features, so they're kind of restricted as there is less workforce to get them out there. But after the summer we'll see. One derp, position 351, going down. Patricio, yeah, tier 6 is always possible. If we do go that route, then everybody who's already collected, if you've already got tier 5, then those shards that you're getting excess, they're not disappearing anywhere. So if we do go for the tier 6, 7, and so on route, then they will be there, ready to be used. Sunny EXE. Sunny XE? Sunny X? Something like that. Position 40. Seems as though is going to be taking me down. There we go. Reno got in range. Scarlet Letter Bulwark. We're talking about the artifact Bulwark of the Dragon Slayer. It's one of the artifacts. One of the common... Ooh, it was a common. Yeah, common artifact. Common or rare? Common. Yeah, it was a common artifact. Ikai. Edition 651. Wow, the Ancient Tree. I haven't seen the Ancient Tree for a while. At least not in this stream. Very effective. The Earth Wardens, they stopped the Devourer nicely. That was it. Boom. It looked like a cloned Ancient Tree as well. Well, that's a good hint for everybody who hasn't fought yet. Stick in an Ancient Tree. That stops all my units. Well, except it won't stop the Necro Dragon or the Devourer. Crucible do a live event in Italy. Nicholas offers pizza to everyone. Yeah, wow. I was actually looking, it was funny, I was looking at prices for flights, because I have my vacation also, obviously, this summer, and what to do on vacation, and I was quite surprised. Flights are quite expensive, especially anywhere far-ish away. I mean, even just from Finland to Spain or Italy or places, then it is not cheap. Oh, knock knock. Oh, glass. I forgot. I think we went through that last time. I can't remember all the names, who has what account and so on, but we shall see. I have to say, it doesn't look good. We just have to see how many we get through. I can't remember how quickly we started the fight night. Now already 1 hour into the stream. We had the battle news, which wasn't, well, it was quite long. And then we had, yeah, then we had a look at the Bard. Alan, yes, I agree. Ancient Tree and the Wardens. Possibly the Earth Wardens a bit more, but definitely both of them seem to be quite effective. Asgil, position 125, is not looking good. Oh, though, actually, no, he hadn't taken any damage yet. Wow. Oh, probably the Battle Drummer with Supercharge. Yeah, pro tip, Battle Drummer, if you put on Supercharge, I think, was it tier 2? And then also the Power Stone, just to increase the ability enhancement. You can momentarily, with some units, get immunity for a while from melee. If the battle speed was double, we could have more people fight. True, could, but we are actually running the live game on an iPad, so we can't really increase the speed. To do that, we'd have to use either one of the developer tools which the game is made on, or then go for an emulator, but emulators are always kind of a question mark. 1 week they can work and the other week they don't. So, but I like doing it with the iPad, because it is pretty much exactly how you guys have it. Zepson? PR Zepson. 4292 rating. I'm sorry. Any Viper, when is Finland back on vacation? I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with that question. You probably mean back from vacation. Typically, basically, you can have your summer vacation anytime between maybe between May and May. So someone could save up their summer vacation, have it during Christmas, for instance. That's no problem. But typically, in Finland, vacations are from May to August, and quite often August has been some of the best weather and temperatures in Finland. It's quite funny. It's almost, well, it's August. But yeah, typically end of August is when folks have the last, or majority of folks have the last of their summer vacations. July is probably the most typical vacation time, and probably the last weekend of June through July. So 4 or 5 weeks after the last weekend of June, because the last weekend of June is midsummer, and that is something that is celebrated quite widely, at least in the Nordic countries. I think Finland and Sweden probably one of the most. So midsummer is super cool. Though it's in June. The joke is, what does midsummer and Christmas have in common in Finland? They both have this just as little snow. But that's changed. I think a couple of years ago we had about 5 years of very poor snow in Finland, so not much. I think Christmas was pretty much snowless in most cases. So we have here Ronin edition 106. Doing the little trick with having the battle wagon trapped behind the well, in this case, the catapult. So when I take out the catapult, then zoom, away goes the battle wagon across the field, and then everybody has to march all the way over again. And march all the way over again, and then we get into the draw. Though, to be honest, I don't think that really works too often, because like now we're into the oh, it worked now. But most of the time you're in the overtime, so the berserk mode, and units that pop out of the battle wagon, they have no power stones. And so what that means is that the units are kind of weaker than other units because no power stones. So I'm not quite sure as to how well that actually works. So yeah. Pyro Bebop is in the house with a creative solution. And it works, does it? I like to see creative solutions that work. I really do. Though, I have to be honest, it looks as though it might be quite tight, Pyro Bebop. Not sure. Christian 0029. Edition 39. Overall, in the whole game. Don't know why my phone just went beep beep. Show anything? The mysteries of mobile devices. Christian, doing a very good job there. El Pecalo, decision 264. Yeah, some demon flowers. Looks as though maybe a cloned cannoneer. I'm so sorry, El Piccolo. I haven't looked at my win rate for quite a while now. What is it? Well, 51. So I mean, yeah. If we stay around this point, then it is a relatively well balanced army. Mythlic. Methylic? Go for Methylic. Edition 304. Is the stream frozen or what? No, it's still going. It's still going. Remember, folks, second quiz at 100 likes. We're currently at 85, so 86. Only 14 more people need to go hit that like button. Saji. Master Slayer. Red Viking there saying, impressive army. Did you mean Saji or the one before? I don't know. Because I don't know if the chat lagging as much as the actual stream. Because I know that the stream lags about 15 to 20 seconds. The video. But does the chat lag as much? I don't know. Is this like Ergo or Virgov? Pyro Bebop, why don't you like your own stream? Seems not to do. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. I mean, are you allowed to like your own stream? We're up to 95. We're up to 95. Ooh, Unit Express. Shall skip that this time. Yeah, Red Viking, yeah. It is impressive. And it's impressive when it works. When my army is able to plague a large group of not very powerful units, and then the Necro Dragon gets to target those, because then you get skeletons popping all over the place, and it's like just skeletons just rolling over each other. It's like a wave of units just going, oh, it's cool. Well, Annie Viper, I liked myself. I have 96 likes. 4 more, folks. 4 more, and you get another quiz. And you get what? Yeah, the second quiz, yeah. Because didn't I say I had it ready? I have it ready. I have it ready. How did quiz 1 go? Okay, interesting results from the first quiz. Do you guys want to hear some? While we're watching Karun. Nerf the Demon Flower. I fully agree with that. Demon Flower could be banned from the game. Where's the ban hammer? I want to ban a unit. Zilliana! Anyway, our results, basically, The first quiz was a question, do you think the Endless March is being nerfed enough? And roughly 50% of everybody, roughly 50% answered seems good, which is excellent. That's kind of what we're figuring as well, and if it's too much, then it's too much, it'll be buffed and so on. I think next, 17.5% was kind of meh. And then the next group, 14%, needs a whole load more nerfing. So yeah, it's probably okay. We shall see. We shall see next season. I like that necromancer. Spawning groups of skeletons. Oh. I think that was Frankenstein. I think he did quite well there. Grejde, I think. Edition 399. Necron, yeah, we'll see. Originally, it was nerfed. I think it had, did it have 4,000 or 6,000 base health? And it was originally nerfed to 1,000. And that was only around for one season. There was outrage about the nerf. And so we backtracked slightly. We brought it to 2,000. So now we have noticed that even though with the 2,000, it's still a very overpowering unit. And so now we've gone for kind of like the midway, the 1,500. Hopefully that is kind of like right on the money. We'll find a nice balance there, in addition to having it, yeah, with 5,000, okay, yeah. So for 5,000, dropped 1,000, then the next season we brought it up to 2,000. Now it's going to be settling at 1,500. See how that goes. And having it as chaos is it's kind of more along the theme of the unit. It is kind of like, you know, a unit kind of, it's kind of combined health, you know. One gets defeated, we all go down. It is kind of a chaos. It's not really like, you know, a nice orderish unit. Scuzz! Red Viking, oh dear. Well, hope you're having fun anyway. Scuzz! Ooh, that was actually quite close. I mean, I think all I had left was the Devourer and the Plague Throwers. Master of ESKS? SKS? Master of SK. Always kind of like wondering if these mean something. Necron, yeah, I agree. It has a chaos vibe to it. I think originally, I guess if I remember correctly, originally it was a chaos unit in design when it was being designed. Then for some reason it was, oh, but I can't remember why. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. I can't remember now. But originally, I think it was a chaos unit, and then it was changed to order for a very good reason, and I don't remember what. Oh, 100 likes. Knock knock there. Reminding me to drop the second quiz. That means that the first quiz is now closed. You cannot answer the first quiz anymore, so if you're watching this afterwards, while it's not live, then no point going to the quizzes because they do not work. Quiz number 2. Yawgmoth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the crown though, because that is one of the main reasons why it's so overpowering. Sumo GG, quizzes give gems. They do! 50 gems a quiz. So they are distributed usually the following day because they require a little bit of manual work. And after the stream, it is quite late here. I just want to get home as quickly as possible. So that does mean that you'll have to wait until tomorrow to get the gems for the quizzes. But the gems for the battles, they are distributed immediately. As soon as the battle is over, you will get the gems. If you have the game open while we're battling here, so if, for instance, Grits and Gravy now has his game open, and now he loses, he'll get the 125 gems now, but he won't see it in the game now. Now I'm thinking, well, why not? I'm angry. I want my gems. Basically, how it works is the game is not, you know, like all the time asking the server, how many gems do I have? 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 That's basically what I have to do to keep it, you know, completely live and have the gems appear like that. So, Omar, yes, please do put the @ sign in front. I will fix them if you don't, but if you can, just put the @ sign in front, just as it appears in, for instance, the settings menu. So, @ and the letters and numbers. So anyway, where was I? So anyway, yeah, so the game isn't constantly... Oh, by the way, say Mora at position 36 is doing quite well. What are those? Those are Righteous Defenders. Draw! Was that the first draw today? Excellent. Alduin. Alduin. I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching. Alduin. You said that you had a good army here. I'm expecting good things now. Well, he's using the Bulwark, tier 4 Bulwark, which is good. As you can see, it's deterring the plague. Hard to say. Well, this is very hard to say. We're in Berserk mode. Are we in for a draw? No, the dragon went down. Now I have the Devourer. Are we in for a draw? Ooh. Oh, it's going to be close. Draw! Anyway, hey, where were we? Yeah, the game isn't constantly bombing the server to request what the situation is, and the server also isn't actively all the time bombing the app what the situation is, because one, that would increase data rates and so on. So it's just something that's usually not done. The game will, with certain actions, refresh the inventory, so resync. For instance, if you do something with gems. So if, for instance, you went and bought a Power Stone pack for 35 gems, it will then refresh the gem amount. Another option is to just restart the game. That will always force a complete resync. And then you'll see the gems will pop up. Well, the amount that you have will just increase. So that's why sometimes I do get the questions. I was watching the stream and I didn't get the gems, and I know I didn't get the gems because I was watching my game while we were in the stream. So that's why it's not. It is updating live to your inventory, but the game just doesn't know that yet. So your local game on your device just doesn't know it yet. Yeah, game already uses too much data. Yeah, these are one of the many things that most games do. Try to reduce the amount of data and the amount of communication between the app and the servers, because obviously that probably has a cost. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a server side person. I don't know, but I would imagine that there is a cost in the communication. So. DVD cover, position 296. Doing a little bit better than his older brother, CD cover. The game cache also, yeah. That's something that on some devices that can happen. Some devices, I'm not sure if it's dependent on iOS or Android or something, but some devices, they keep old data which is discarded, and basically it's just there, and it's an idea for pretty much any app to go and delete the cache now and then. You'll notice if you go into your apps, especially on Android at least. I'm not completely sure about iOS. Don't have too much experience on that side, but had a dad joke. I don't know. Did I say something? No pyro, I don't think. Yes, it was a dad joke. DVD cover. His older brother would be CD cover. His CDs were before DVDs. Anyway, which reminds me, I need to have a drink of water. There we go. Anyway, I've lost track of what I was talking about before we went into the dad jokes. It'll come back to me. Victory. Oh, I remember where we were. Yeah, if you use Android, then it's good to now and then go check apps that you use a lot. Go and have a look at how large the cache is. You'll be surprised. So, terrible dad joke. That was pretty good. Hey, when I started out in playing computers and stuff, my first computer did not even have a hard drive. It only had memory, and I think it only had like, I don't know, 72K of memory. And then it had floppy drives. So discs that are about that big. And yeah, that was interesting. Red Viking 10 gigabytes. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, games and apps that you use a lot, they will over time, as the app or game gets updates and so on, and just creates data, it will collect. And it's good to now and then go and check the app's cache. Cache you can usually delete just like that. The cache. Make sure you don't delete the data, because then you're in for surprises. And re-sign into programs and you'll lose settings and all sorts of stuff. Oil. Oil. Edition 241. When Flight Simulator came out, Scar is saying, when Flight Simulator came out, it was 1 gigabyte of storage. Then you were sat there like, who has 1 gigabyte of storage? The first Flight Simulator I played came on a single floppy disk and was in black and white. Interesting. Swift, you mean the computer system I was describing? I think mine, it was the yeah, it wasn't it was IBM 8086. If you Google for 8086, and I think there was an 8088. I think I had the 8086. Was the first computer I had with CGA graphics, so that means 3 colors, including black and white, obviously, but oh, for the moon landings. Yeah. Hey, Pirate Bebop. See you later. Just for your information, I don't think you'll be fighting today. So if you go and watch the stream afterwards, then I can just as you are talking out, Bebop. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it today. So. Swift, yeah, no problem. It's interesting stuff. History of computers. If you think how far we've come now in just like 30 years, then what's the situation going to be in another 30 years? Wild. I suppose we'll have quantum computers by then. That's going to be interesting. They do say once they get a quantum computer going, it won't be long for them to figure out how to create semiconductors that work closer to room temperature, which would mean hoverboards will be a real thing. That'd be so cool. The chant before every fight. That's actually recorded. That's a whole bunch of us trap lighters doing that chant, and it's basically, I think it was just like a ooh, ah, eh. So yeah. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the name of that profile. Asthma engine to defy gravity? No, I think you just need semiconductors. You just have a semiconductor. At the moment, they have to be like crazy low temperatures to have them work, but they, you know, they're hover. So you find a semiconductor that would work with against normal asphalt, for instance, that'd be kind of cool. It's easy to make hover cars then. I don't know. Chelios. Well, position 24, quite high. Let's see. Corner build with the Demon Flower. Again, this is the same one. Yeah, we're seeing same builds, same layouts quite often. Oh, I'm going down. Defeat. Red Viking, I believe it did, yes. Was in, well, the game was officially released, I think, July 2020. But it was in kind of beta soft launch for quite a while before that. That was actually before my time. Yeah. That'd be an interesting quiz question. Oh, definitely over 2 years, because it's been 2 years since the official launch. The official launch was July 2020, so almost exactly, well, another month, and then exactly 20 years ago. 22 years ago. And I think it was in kind of like beta-ish style phase for at least a year or two before that. Maybe even more. I'm not quite 100% sure. Oh yeah, you probably have been playing long for 2 years. It was, to begin with, it was like a restricted soft launch beta type thing in just some regions, and then it was pretty much worldwide probably, and then it was officially launched. There was quite a few changes. Originally the Power Stones were tomes, the Bard was there originally. There was lots of different things, but it's changed quite a bit since then. Orm was in position 224 with the Demon Flower. It's probably a cloned Demon Flower. 2 Rhinos, might be cloned, not quite sure, didn't catch the beginning. I think I'm going down. Yep. Yeah, I'll do the same question. BC. Yeah. I shall get the information, and the next stream will have that as a quiz. Be kind of cool. It'd give you options, probably. Might be difficult to get actually find the information for anyone. I doubt whether something that could be found in in Google or Apple or anywhere in the Play stores or App stores. Yeah, I don't think you can see when the game was actually tops. You'll see when it was officially launched. But that wouldn't be the date that we're looking for. Why is it where you don't get extra unit slots for your army now if you move up to a new area? I think after rank 12, rank 11, rank 12, you get the maximum amount of army points that you can get, and that is 16. That is the maximum at the moment. Don't have any plans of increasing it. It seems quite balanced at 16. And you reach that at rank 12. So after that, you do not get any more army points. So. And that was probably at one point that was the highest rank. So since launching and stuff, we've increased the ranks, and originally it was only rank 12 ranks. Yeah, on older devices, it would also start lagging if you had the possibility of having way too many units. Because there's actually quite a lot of physics running in the background in the simulation. And that is all happening on your devices. So the battles are not simulated on our servers. They're actually simulated on... That was a fast one. So the battles are actually simulated on your own devices. So that is why the amount of units affects the performance of the device. The next fantasy army, not 100% sure. One of the key people in creating the video for the fantasy army is on vacation at the moment, so you might have to wait a week or 2 or 3 for that. That's actually have a new device, yeah. Yeah, but it has it's we can't make different versions for different devices. Well, we do have different versions for iOS and Android, but for actually different devices, yeah. Any fonts? 4280. Any plans for new SR ratings for raids? Not at least during the summer, no. Actually, there's one thing. There might possibly be achievement rewards for the higher SR levels, which are not in the game at the moment. So. AJ Dragon, I agree. It's Battle Legion, super cool game. It's slightly unconventional when compared to many other games, but it is cool. What I mean by unconventional is it's battling is kind of like idle, super laid back. But then the actual units themselves and all the stats and everything, then it's very detailed. So Juggernaut. Position 537. Missed whether the Cannoneers and the Demon Flowers clones or not, but dual on both anyway. Working quite well. Not quite half, but At least a third of my army's being controlled already. JJ, One Dragon, it's not filled with ads like most of them, which is one of the amazing factors. Yeah, we don't have any forced ads at all. So basically there are the 3 ads in the camp, which are completely uncompulsory. So you don't need to watch them. Granted, you don't get the rewards then, but you can watch them if you want. But if you don't watch them, then that's cool. That's fine. And then occasionally the Royal Shipment, I think, has ads. Yeah, it does. And again, there as well, you don't need to watch them. You can say no thanks. And they're not forced. Some games go to the extreme and they would have like maybe an ad after every or every other battle. Like battle here, and every other one or everyone would be followed with an ad that you had to watch. If you didn't, you couldn't play. So, Scar, Pets and Pests. That's annoying as my setup was winning against you, but reverted to my setup prior to the stream. Ah, yes. Friendly fights do not save the layout. So if you created a layout and you were just friendly fighting me, then it won't save the layout. You have to do an actual, you know, what would you call it, a live spin to save the layout. That's probably what happened there. If Scar was, if you were doing your I can, hang on. He's asking about the second quiz. There's a second quiz again. So yeah, if you're working on a layout for like here, if you didn't do a live spin afterwards with that layout, then it won't save it as the current layout. Year. September 2020. It was already then officially launched before that. So it's been around longer than that. Scar, well, if you did actually do a proper live spin, then it would have saved it. So something is up there. And Red Viking, well, it's possible that having a different version or something or whatnot changed at some point. I don't know. So it might not be showing correctly if you have a third-party app playing. Necrin, this is stream 85. What about that? You have the wrong number in a quiz. I know the quizzes don't mention the number of the stream. The Fight Night sign-up does. That also says 85. I just mean, yeah, when we get to stream 90, will there be something special for stream 100? Yeah, I don't know. Something special for stream 100. I could have a day off. Why do so many people use zombies and not shield bearers? JJ One Dragon asking. Well, there could be a few options for that. One is that it is a chaos unit, so if they've got the skull artifact, then I believe when they die or kill something, there's a chance of getting a skeleton, a free one. Then also, I think the unit count in the group is higher than with the shield bearers. So if they're running, for instance, like the Warhorn, then they might be just trying to get the max, you know, buff. Yeah, and then exactly if you yeah, Swift has it there. Stream 100 sages fly to Finland. Run away! Oh dear. Paint your face like a skull. Woo! JJ Dragon, shield bearers are a very underrated unit, probably because it's one of the first ones you get, and folks seem to think it's a unit like, you know, not something you use in endgame or anything. But in the end, the shield bearers are super tanky. It's a good unit. I have an idea for the next fight night. Do a massive shield bearer army. That would be cool. Yeah. Shield bearer army. Scar, it was a setup with reactive stompers that worked against plague. Yeah, you don't see them very much in the higher ratings, but I do imagine that they would be just as effective as, like, yeah, if somebody was thinking about just putting in a single unit of righteous defenders, then shield bearers might actually be a relatively good option. Swift, I don't want to talk politics. Not talking politics. We need massive double-handed door shields unit. Oh. Shield bearers versus Endless March. Well, currently Endless March would wipe the floor with them, but might be interesting to see after well, when the next era and season comes around. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe the shield bearers need some TLC. Something I can bring up. I can definitely bring up. So it would be good to see the unit do some more stuff. Necrin, I like that idea because shield bearers, well, you know, they have the shield, so I'd imagine they would be semi-effective against ranged attacks. So 7 minutes to go in the stream, folks. We have done, well, if we started with 200 auto spins, we've now done 100 and almost 20 battles. So Necron, I think 50% chance to block projectiles. That would make the unit quite overpowering. That's what the Power Stone is there for. At a ballista? Don't know if the ballista would kind of, be that much more different from the catapult. Necron, where's my fight? I think Necron, this time round, not going to make it. No, I don't think so. What are we fighting now? Nip. Nip. Yeah, Necron, I don't think we're going to get round to. JJ, you get to fight here in the stream if you sign up. At usually about an hour before the stream, the Fight Night sign up form is plonked into the Discord, into announcements, and then also I try to remember, I did this time as well, it's in the description of the stream, the link to the Fight Night sign up. And then sometimes if folks ask for it, then I can also plonk it into the chat here before and while we're doing the battle news. And after the battle news is over, then the Fight Night sign up is closed, and I gather the remaining final contestants and dump them into a list, which I can then move over into the Fight Night system. Don't worry, Necron. You'll get 125 gems. I would have beat you anyway. Though, to be honest, probably not. What's my win rate right now? 76. Well, it's been hovering. It's been going back and forth between 50 and 80. 79. Necron. Suggestion for a new great construct nature unit. Big murderous ball of death that is powered by a little hamster inside it. Would roll through the battlefield and just ram everything to death. Oh, so cute. Oh dear. JJ Dragon, your win rate is 7%. Well, that means that you need to do something. Kevin. Okay. That's your opinion. No problem. Everybody can have their opinions. So anyway, JJ, you'll either be wanting to try to analyze what your enemy is doing. So basically, I don't know, it changes throughout the ratings. So as you advance in the game, and the meta can shift and change quite drastically as you advance. So it's the meta itself is not tied to it's not tied to a season. It's not tied to an era. It can be loosely tied to the season and era, yes, but as you advance through the game, you will notice that at one point you'll be facing more mind control armies, and then after a while you'll be facing more of something else, and you kind of need to adapt and change in order to be able to elbow your way through. Another option is that if if you have found a really good tactic, then you can get through with that against a certain meta. But then you find out, well, you've advanced really well, but now all of a sudden all your enemies at the same rating have a lot higher leveled units. And if you get into that situation, you might have the problem that you really just need to get the units leveled up. I would then suggest hop onto the Discord, show what kind of a layout you're running, and then I'm pretty sure there are lots of commanders out there who will give you some good hints. Let them know kind of like what kind of units you have, and they'll give you good hints. Another option is just look at what is beating you, what units are beating you, and is there anything that you can do to counter them straight up. So yeah. And JJ, it's not that you're not very good at the game. This game can be super. It can be super intense if you really go through what the meta is and all the various options you have and so on. But once you get into the flow, once you get into the idea, then it starts to make sense. The command table, that wall, we've actually been doing some analysis, and that wall does not seem to be there for the standard player. So what you would call the average player as they advance. That wall did come very apparent to players who were advancing with skill. So most of the first-time spinners contestants were super skilled players, knew what to do, how to read the meta, and how to adapt. And it was super surprising to see how far they got with the units they had. But that so to say wall there is not as apparent in the normal standard advancement that on average players have. Any Viper. It's a game shouldn't be that intense. We'll see. We're still analyzing information from the event. Super good information. So obviously it is kind of, it's strange information because it's super insightful to see how advanced players can get through it, but it's also kind of, well, they're super advanced players, which is not like, the average. Hey, whoa, it's already 2 past, so we're already over time. But as I've said before, I never like to all of a sudden just pull the plug. Hated that in lots of TV programs, all these home video programs we used to watch on TV when I was quite a bit younger. Some of them were kind of like, you watch videos, and all of a sudden they say, well, that was it, goodbye. I was like, no! I always like to have a little bit of a warning. So we'll do, how many more? We'll do 5 more after this. We'll do 9 more. We'll get, once the auto spins hit 60. Once auto spins hit 60, then that's it. Then we're pulling the plug. Any Viper, clearly you see from FTS event that you have a lot of players who don't spend that much money. Well, it depends on if you know if an account used money or not. But I would say that yes, it kind of does underline that that the game is very far away from being a so-called pay to win. Yeah, Scar. The problem there was that folks would advance so very quickly and basically get all the way to the first leagues, to the bronze. Basically, with the units that the game is designed and balanced not to be possible. Well, it is possible when you're advanced and you know what you're doing. But for the average player, then they would not get to that position with the units and the unit levels that you guys had. And so then when you got into the bronze leagues, you cannot drop in rating. So you can only advance. And that also then skewed the problem that you then were pushed through with the occasional win that you did get. That would always nudge you a bit further, a bit further, a bit further. And then when you drop out of the bronze leagues, then you do get negative trophies or points or rating, and then boom, you would not advance anymore at all. And then your win rate might go down to 0 or something. So that is one part, because basically the designers try to balance and have balanced the game quite well for the average player who hasn't played before. And so it is a whole different game to advance in when you know what to do. When new journey levels, I am not sure. We do have a test running at the moment, what we call an A/B test, where we're testing what kind of an effect the journey has on the game and on progression and so on, whether it's doing what originally it was planned to do. If it is, then fine, everything's cool. If it isn't, there might be a change on the way. Either modify the journey somehow, change it, remove it, I don't know. But that's what the designers are looking into at the moment. Gustavo Lino, don't know. I would have to venture a guess at no, at least not at the moment, but don't know. Okay, we're at auto spin level 64, dropping to 63. That means 3 more battles, and then that is it for today. Yeah, a skill, most definitely. When we get round to doing another FTS event, it might be slightly different, might be slightly modified to have less emphasis on getting that far. So I don't know. Knock knock, why troll armies fight? They're probably not troll armies, they're just folks who aren't that super advanced yet. Oh, and before we end, next time, the next fight night, the sign-up will be slightly different. I was working on it, didn't have time to get it completed, so didn't go with it yet. But the next sign-up will have the option to enter in your alternate accounts as well. And what happens if you enter your alt accounts there, then they won't fight in the fight night unless we get through all the main accounts. And so if you know that your alt accounts, for instance, hardly ever beat the fight night or probably will not beat the fight night, but you would also at the same time increase your chances of getting your main account to fight, then if you enter in your alt account into the main sign up, into the alt part, then they will be eligible for just the no fight gems, which then will increase the chance of getting your main account. I was hoping to get that done for this, but I just ran out of time. Didn't have time to get the form set up quite the way that I liked. But next time. And this idea, by the way, was from the command table. So shout out there for a really neat idea. And we're at 60, so that was the end. This was the final one. Outsider, that's exactly the point of the changing the sign up so that you can have a chance of you know, entering your alt accounts with the knowledge that they probably will not fight. They will get the no fight gems, but that will then increase the chance of getting. How many slots for alts? It will probably be as many as you like. So it should be possible. At least that's how I was building it up. So that was it. I hope you guys had a great time. Sorry for the folks who didn't get to fight. Maybe we'll have a better chance next time if lots of people like the alt account sign up idea. So if you know that your alt account won't survive, then do sign up like that, because then it'll just give more chance for everybody else's main accounts to battle. So it's been great. It was fun. We had lots of cool armies came out. That one where there would I need to grab out of the stream. That one battle where there was just so many units on the field. That was excellent. Anyway, thanks everybody. Honey Viper for being here. DSA, Necron, Red Viking, Knock Knock, Swift, the command table, Necron. I think I already said Necron. Lady Nature. See you next time, everybody. Ciao.